My friend
It's a good song, but it's quiet.
Can everyone hear me? Great. Okay. We are rocking and rolling. Welcome everybody. Get everybody's attention.
Listen up for awards, please.
We are getting ready. We are getting ready for the awards. I want to tell everybody we are broadcasting this live on Facebook, so nobody's going to miss it. And we'll be also uploaded onto YouTube later. So welcome everybody, and thank you so much for being here. I'll try to make sure I speak right into the mic. I'm Patrice Drago. I'm the Executive Director of Maryland Federation of Art. I'm excited to be here and this is my first Paint Annapolis as Executive Director. I want to thank the artists for working with me and managing through any hiccups that we may have had. I think it's been a great week. Mother Nature certainly did cooperate, and we're very, very pleased about that. Paint Annapolis was formed by a group that became the Mid-Atlantic Plein Air Painters Association 23 years ago, and MFA took it over in 2014. And what we try to do every year is make it better and better, and I have to say this is an amazing week. So thank you to the artists. I think what we do this for you. It's important. This fulfills our mission of connecting the community with art and with artists, and it also allows us to support artists so they can continue to do that work that fulfills their soul and ours and produces such amazing work. We do that by the help of our sponsors. We give $15,000 in awards every year, and that's amazing. And we couldn't do it without our sponsors. I want to thank PNC. I want to thank Visit Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. I want to thank Annapolis Subaru and National Harbor and all of our sponsors. Everybody who donated makes this possible. So thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the host families for putting up the artists, because that's really important. Thank you. So what I'd like to say at this point is it's an expensive endeavor, and we wouldn't be able to do it without folks. So I'm going to introduce our juror. And I have to read it because there's quite some credentials here. So our juror this year is Susie Baker. She's originally from Canada, has moved around a few times in her life, and is now living just north of Houston, Texas. Her paintings are regularly on display in magazines, such as Plein Air magazine, and in fact in 2023 and 2020, and prestigious national shows and plein air events. She has served on the Oil Painters of America's since 2014, including serving as president from 2020 and 2022. She's a signature artist status in that distinguished organization, as well as American Impressionistic Society and others. In addition to being a still life and portrait artist, and an amazing one, I must say, Susie has been plein air painting since she was a teenager. She is sought after as an instructor due to her humorous and informative style, teaching through videos, event demos, and workshops, and including in her studio far and wide, and including in her studio near Houston, Texas. Susie has a painting in the permanent collection of the St. Michael's Maritime Museum. She's got many awards, most notable already in 2024, Oil Painters of America, National Show Bronze Medal, Plein Air Salon, Top 25, Outdoor Painter Society Best in Show, Forgotten Coast Plein Air Collector's Choice. Wow. So we are very grateful to have you here, Susie. Thank you so much. Now, before she announces the awards, we do have two awards that we do here in Annapolis, and one is the Annapolis Gallery Association. And so that award goes to Chris Rappa, and that is for a body of work. So Chris will show you the Annapolis Gallery Association.
Oh my God.
Come on up, sir.
Congratulations.
Picture.
Great.
Congratulations. The other award is actually voted on by the artists that are hanging here today, and they voted on what they thought was their favorite body of work. And That winner is Rob Poynton.
Congratulations.
Rob, come on over.
I'm going to turn it over to Susie now, and she is going to give you the awards for tonight.
Hey y'all, good to be here from Texas. It's like 10 degrees cooler. Or 15. I bet. Okay, so I am starting kind of from the bottom and working up. I guess that sounds like you're getting a bad award. But the first award, I had to ask, what does this mean? So it's the best use of hot pink. Have you heard of this? Could you explain this to me, please? So apparently, Laura was very excited about ordering a hot pink ribbon, but I get to interpret it any way that I want to. So there is a Pink Floyd album, Dark Side of the Moon. You guys know that one? So there is a song called Any Color You Like. So it's an instrumental song. So I have chosen Alex tell me how to say your last name, Alex. Wyman's Alley for this. There is some very muted pink in this. I think we're going to be bringing, are you guys grabbing the paintings and bringing them up for photograph? Can you grab the painting?
Yes.
Is that what we want to do? Wyman's Alley. I want to spend about 20 seconds talking about why I chose the artwork that I did. Not so much for the artists, because we know why our fellow artists' work is good, but for the collectors. So this piece, Alex has a very unique voice. Like his organization of shape, he is very intentional about this. So there is nothing in this painting that wasn't a decision made by the artist. It wasn't accidental. And when you start seeing, if you start walking around your town and start looking at your landscape the way the artist starts seeing it, you see this voice that Alex has in his. And the organization of shape, and that there aren't uninteresting shapes in here. It's just well designed, and I would like to say that he has a little pink backpack on. So congratulations, Alex. Okay, the next award got a little bit of adjustment from me too in my mind. It's out in the county award. And so I asked, well, how are we defining county? Can it be the whole thing? So this painting goes to Hi-O-Who, or storefront. So right in the county. What do you see her?
She's not.
Okay. Hi-O's not here. And you know, she's such a mild personality, you hardly ever know her. I'm really glad that they allowed me to do a little adjustment to the thinking of this piece, because this is a piece that needed an award. Hi-O has a frenetic and almost chaotic application, but she controls it. And she's given us enough resting spots in this painting that we feel the busyness of it without feeling uncomfortable or without getting overwhelmed. And that is something that is in control of the artist, and she does a really nice job of that. So, congratulations, Hi-O. The next award is the Harbor Award, and this goes to A Capital View by John Eisman. Sponsored by National Harbor. So they're going to be bringing this piece over, and one of the areas that I'd really like you to look at is how well he interprets water. Water does not stay still for the plein air artists. These artists are not working for photographs. Hi, John.
Hi, Susie.
And I spent a while looking through how did he organize this, and from the original tone that shows through to the nice open purple reflective spaces that are reflecting the light up above it, to the the wiggly, scrabbly areas that look like, he's in control of that, and he's done a really beautiful job. In addition to the way he's balanced this heavy dark shape over here with this one big mast, and then this much lighter but larger shape, and that gives his painting balance. And one of the reasons I chose it for this award, so congratulations.
I thought about those things.
One time, I haven't been fun. My mouth has been open.
Smile, Susie.
Yeah. A lot of artists intuit this stuff. When I don't know that this is exactly what they're thinking. This is my interpretation of what they're thinking. I had this conversation with Shelby Keefe one time, and she says, "I just paint." So anyway, if I'm wrong, artist, you can come and correct me. We'll take your award. We won't do that. Okay, the Artist Diaz Memorial Light Award, and we're asking David to come up and also attend this award for the photograph. And it goes to Krista Pisano for the best use of light. Rob Rose for David's here, right?
Yeah.
The drawbridge, and you guys, drawbridge at 3:40 a.m. This is a plein air competition, not from photographs. Somebody's sleeping in. Okay, well, everybody knows that if you're going to look at a Krista Pisano painting, you're going to get your nose right up in it and see what she's doing and all the subtlety. Frankly, I think everyone should have a little Pisano in their collection. So, the rhythm and the balance and she kind of makes it look easy, but it's not. I mean, I don't know, you obviously don't use number 8 brushes when you paint. But even the subtlety between, and you need to see it in the light, between the very slight value shift between the darkness of the water and the lighter, tiny little step. Like, again, all in the control of the artist. And talk about the best use of light. And the way it's all about the light, or maybe the lack thereof in this particular nocturne. And it's got a little bend to it. It's just lovely. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to the On the Yard, 3rd place. So these were things that were done on or around the Naval Academy, including that. And the first one, the 3rd place goes to John O'Neill from Naval Chapel. So when you talk about the vision of the artist, the way John has organized this painting, and what he has not included, how he has edited the scene that he saw in front of him to include important information. Like, look how he's done these, with the mullions and the windows, and that he's told us the truth, but not the whole truth. He's told us enough of the truth where we understand and we feel the presence and the weight of this place, but he didn't get overly fussy, but given us a nice rhythm of the lines here and how they play against the lines over here, and this nice big negative shape that surrounds the dome. Very well done. Thank you. Congratulations. A lot of bad pictures of me. Okay. The 2nd place, the On the Yard 2nd place, goes to Jeff Steiner for Academy. You know when you were a kid and you were watching Olympic ice skaters and you thought, that's so easy. I could do that, because they make it look easy, and I feel like Jeff has that sort of in the bravura of his brushstroke and his handling. It feels like it comes from within him and onto this canvas. And even that he's given us some of his lines, but he didn't quite fill in all the blanks. I love seeing that artist hand at work, and maybe that's a preference of mine, but I'm the judge, so that's
Where was the steps and
so really nice. What he included, what he didn't,
Oh, is it in the back?
creating the mood, and even just the responsiveness in your work. Congratulations. Okay, first place for On the Yard, first place, goes to Jeff Markowski, Gray Dawn. Okay, I'm going to start talking about this piece as it's coming towards you. The way he's positioned himself, to me, so Jeff has design, composition, line, drawing, painting, color harmony, all of the subtle and interesting grays he got in that, and how he juxtaposed it with this gray day, but with this dawning light coming up. But the way he's counterbalanced this high architectural style of the Greek Roman dome against this very pedestrian, everyday thing. I like the voice of that. I like the story of that. I like the feeling of that. This is your city, and you can imagine yourself in that place and walking by it every day. But I just have to say, when you come look at this painting, look at how well he's handled all of these subtle grays. And a little pinker than, a little bluer than, a little yellower than, a little purpler than, but all in a very tight value range to tell the story of this gray day with that light just starting to come in. So, nice job. Okay, we have 3 awards, third, second, and first for Nocturnes. The first one goes to Poppy Balzer for Dancing Nightlights. Okay, on the fly, I kind of asked Poppy a little question about, I was having a conversation with my friend Brianne Brown, who is a watercolor artist, and she was telling me about the Transparent Watercolor Society. I'm like, why do they call themselves Transparent Watercolor Society? Why do you have, and some people raise the value of there not being any opaque paints. So, for instance, they might use white to pull out these lights there, or they might put white and then bring that, but she didn't. So she planned for all of those little specks of light there. And again, it's like watching that Olympic ice skater. You guys, oil painters, we can muck about all day long. We can change things, we can move things. A watercolorist, they have to be able to draw, they have to have their image clear in their head, and they have to be able to execute it and leaving all the little holes for the light. So this is a nocturne paint. Oh, I love that you're nodding your head. And that this is all planned. So please put your nose up in this painting and just appreciate the ability of Poppy Balzer to do this all with transparent paint and plan for those voids of light to tell you the story of this not quite dark night. Oh, also, we have a lot of horizontals, but look how beautifully the sky is designed. One of the things I like to say about clouds is clouds are an opportunity to design. You respond to what's happening, but it's not a photograph. You're responding to those clouds moving by, and she's given us this little area where you can enter and come down, and then back up and around. And you feel kind of the bobbing of the boats on the water. Just beautifully done. Congratulations. Okay. Second place for Nocturne goes to Lynn Lewis for Shard. Okay. I knew this painting was going to have to get an award of some sort. It's different, it's very well done, it's very well designed, and I didn't even know the name of it until I went to go write it on the list, and I thought, oh, this is you're telling me what's in your head and what I'm seeing on there. So we have shards of light and pieces of light, and there's glass is very important in this. And because it's kind of flattened out the way she's handled her shape and her design and her colors. Like, we get recession, but it works even on an abstract level. Like, I feel like you could put this painting on its side or upside down and it would still hold and carry. It's just harmonious, it's well designed, your space, your little shapes are well designed, nothing gets too consistent, it's got a great rhythm. Love it. Thank you for painting that. I wish I had done. Okay, first place in Nocturne goes to Vlad Mylandu. Serenity of Circle. Vlad, I kind of hate you. This painting, it just kind of gobsmacks me. I feel safe on this street because I'm here and I'm walking into a piece of light, and so the feeling and the emotion. Okay, so we know that it's well designed, well conceptualized and executed, but the intentionality that he didn't put any light down here. We're going from the dark into the light. And, am I getting this right? Even, like, back it up just a little bit. This blue, I mean, we all just want to go there. It's well drawn. It's got a little bit of wonkiness to it, but the wonkiness is totally in the intention of the artist. It's not because he didn't know how to draw, it's because he's like, I'm going to give you a little angle, but you still feel comfortable. Great job. Yeah. Okay. So, I only did this once. I gave one artist 2 awards. Couldn't help it. Third place goes sponsored. Third place, sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Thank you. Goes to Poppy Balzer. Sun-Spangled Banner. Somebody's already on it. Sun-Spangled Banner. Okay. This painting I'm going to yammer about for just a little bit because I kept coming back to it. And you want to think it's a calm painting. There's a lot of horizontals. It's very soft. Most of it is pretty soft, especially that distant light. But then I'm like, but don't you feel like you're bobbing and you're moving? And there's such a strong left to right momentum in this painting. Like, if she had gotten much closer, we would have been really uncomfortable. But there kind of is a little bit of uncomfortable feeling on this. You almost feel like you don't quite have your land legs back. And that's because we know that the wind is going this way. The boat is going this way, the wind is going this way. So this big heavy thing is being counterbalanced by this big negative shape up here and the wind going that direction. And in this nice light that just holds you right here. Great job, and I hope that was your intention. That is how I read it. But this is probably the one that I looked at the most and I was responding to it with a feeling, and then I had to figure out how am I going to put in words what it is about this painting that is compelling to me, and that was it. One more. The first 2 are going to be comic photos. Okay, we're on first place. Second. We're on second place. Sorry.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, sponsored by Visit Annapolis and
Arundel.
and Arundel County. Goes to Lon Bauer for utility triage. I love that you guys are clapping so much. It makes me think you all agree with my choice. admit I'm kind of a fan of Lon, not because I paint anything like him, but he has a unique voice, and he does it really well. And the design on this piece is what we artists might think of as a scattered shape or scattered design. It almost doesn't matter what the subject matter of this painting is because he's designed all of this rhythm all around. He's controlled his color. He's been very intentional about the colors that he's choosing and that he's not choosing. And that it's just such a whimsical, well-designed. There's not, I mean, you could argue that maybe this is the main squeeze, but really it's about the whole and not the individual parts. And the title is Utility Triage, which I think is very clever. And just great job, and I'm so glad I could give you an award. Okay, I almost skipped one, but now we're on the final one. And this is the point where you feel really gratified that all the artists agreed with my choice for first place because it is Rob Swainson. Downpour on Main Street. Okay. So remember I told you, I look for those things. Is it well conceived and designed? Is the drawing right, or at least the intention of the artist? Is the color harmony and the emotion and feeling of the piece, is that all there? And then one of the last things I asked myself is that who is in control of this painting? So guys, this is a plein air painting, so he's standing outside in what kind of weather? In rain. And sometimes that weather is going to boss you around and it's going to control what your painting looks like, but the artist is totally in control of this painting. So let me just talk about what I see a little bit in this. So we definitely get the feeling of that rain. And he's got a compositional element that I see going on here of radiating lines, where he's given us this really great, interesting shape. And I saw this yesterday because you had it out in the downpour, and I thought about this flag. I didn't know, I hadn't seen any other things yet. I hadn't decided that this would be best of show, but I did think about what a smart idea this is. We know what's happening. He didn't have to show us the flagpole and the flag and all the stuff, but we know exactly what that is and how that leads us down to this point. Most of the hard edges are right along here. I know that this is a decision of the artist. So we have this, let's just call it white, this white field here, this white field, this white, a little bit of it here, these white cars, the windows in the building, all circling us around to this really nicely executed perspective drawing. And he's kept his color harmony in all of that variety of grays, but he's given us these pops of red. That could have been a green light. I'm sure throughout the day it changed. You have choice, one of three, yellow, red, green. And then how it's reflecting over here, and how the sky is reflecting down in here. Just well conceived, well executed, and you guys clearly all thought so too, so that's, congratulations. That's it. That's all I got for you.
I think we just all got an incredible education. Yes. Thank you so much for the time and effort. And explaining it, the way you explained it, it helps us all. It helps us all understand more every time we look at a painting. Yes. So we do have a final acknowledgement piece for you. To you for coming. Thank you so much for making the trip and making this so possible. You did a fabulous job. Thank you. Thank you. So the party continues. The reception goes on till 8. I just also want to let let you know that the Paint Annapolis exhibition officially opens tomorrow in both galleries, here and 14 Church Circle, tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We do have a public reception tomorrow from 5 to 7 where the public artists will get their awards, and the teen artists, there's also teen artists getting awards tomorrow, and those awards, so it's 5:07, the awards will be at 6. We welcome you to come back every day. This exhibition will be up until June 26th. The one on 14 Church Circle will be up till June 19th. There's so much to see. Every time I'm so delighted that I get to come here every day because I get to look at every single painting over and over again, and they're just beautiful. So everything is for sale, and so enjoy the. Thank you all.